Okay, so we're on the mark. Um, Welcome everybody. My name is Carla Cook. I am EFI's Certification Program Manager, and today I will be facilitating this info webinar about EFI's certification program. We want to share with you what EFI certification is, what it's not, and also what you need to know in case you are interested in becoming EFI certified. So before we start, I would just like to get to know a little bit about my audience. I'm not gonna ask you to introduce yourself or anything of the sort. I just have a quick poll for you where I would like for you to share with me what perceptions, what have you heard about EFI? And there's some questions there for you, basically two questions. And I would like to, get your thoughts on, what have you heard about EFI? If you can take a few seconds to respond, thank you very much. Two responses in. Yeah, that's a good one. Um, you got the other. Oh, nice. The one that responded, or those who responded other, um, if you can share in the chat a short answer, that would be really, really, really good. So I can speak to that. Yeah. Okay. We'll give it a 2 seconds more and invite those who haven't answered. Okay. Um, Thank you for answering. Yeah, so I think we could share the results so we can talk about that. We're very transparent here in EFI. So I'll share the results and yeah, too expensive. And I have a couple of people who answered it's other. So we'll with the information that I have, I might be answering that other, but you can tell me after I share my next uh my next slide. Thank you very much for that participation. So yeah, so let's start with debunking some myths. Um and yeah, number one poll answer was it's way too expensive. That is what we often hear for quite some time. I would say that it's not entirely a myth. Uh, we it used to be a highly priced process. However, as of 2024, we implemented a customized audit approach, where the prices of the certification will vary in accordance with the audit needs and size of the operation. And I'm going to get a little bit more into that. So what we try to do, or what we actually do, is that we sit with the grower, with the person interested in achieving certification. We understand, first of all, their needs. What are the compliance needs? What is the size? How does the site operate? And we together figure out what is the best route to achieve EFI certification. So that's number one. I'll see if uh, these are other comments that I have heard throughout the time that I have been with EFI. And another one is that it's unachievable. It's just way too hard. It's just way too rigorous. It's just way too many things to do. Um, I would say to that, I would answer that in the industry, reaching good compliance standards will always be hard. It will always be complicated, and it will always seem that it's never enough. Um, However, it is not the intent that a certification be perfect. That is not the intent. The intent is through EFI certification that a grower or operation initiates in a continuous improvement path towards achieving good worker management relationship, operation excellency, and then a path to a hands-on in continuous improvement. So that is hard. So when one chooses that path, it will always be it can be complicated and it can be hard, but it positions the grower to be in a to participate in a global marketplace. So that is those are part of the benefits. It's time intensive. It takes too long. Well, it depends on the goals and objectives that you have or the operation has. Audits and certification time, yes, it takes time, but we have seen growers who have successfully achieved certification in as little as 2 months. So during the exploration period on how we can best service growers, we discuss timelines and how soon or how fast you need to be certified, and also how feasible it is to be certified in a quick way. Anything else have you heard about EFI that you would like to have better understanding or would need clarification? Please share it in the chat. I would love to hear your comments. So the chat is open. Okay. Yeah, let's move forward. So let me talk to you about what is EFI certification. Well, first of all, EFI certification is the the target area is fresh produce industry. At the moment is fresh produce industry. EFI certification is a process that brings assurance to retailers and consumers about the fresh produce that they purchase, that it has been responsibly grown and produced. For a grower, it's also an assurance, and because it brings the security of having a workforce that has the skills and the support that the grower needs to help you excel in your area, in your industry, and allows you to participate in the global marketplace. And I would say that in EFI certification goes a little bit beyond just the simple audit and certification, but it's a workforce development process, and it's a partnership with EFI in which we are committed to for you and with the grower and your workforce for a continuous improvement that will help drive business performance improvement for you, and also better worker management collaboration. And those probably are ideal, but I can tell you that it is feasible. We have seen growers that engage in this or understand that certification and compliance is a continuous improvement process, is not seeking perfection, is not seeking those, you know, zero nonconformances in the audit or, no issues. But rather is, okay, if I have issues, then what is the, what are the best skills that, I myself as a grower has and my workforce has to, face those challenges and overcome them. And that is what we seek. Worker management collaboration, training, and continuous improvement program. It's focused on, uh, primarily a social standard certification. But in addition, we offer integrated pest management standards as a joint certification with social standards. In addition, addendums such as culture of food safety, where we assess the culture of food safety, not food safety standards, but what is the culture of food safety in the organization? And also, um, we offer the assessment under the ethical charter addendum. If you are a Walmart supplier, that is a Walmart requirement. So those addendums are also offered as part of the EFI certification. Um, I'm going to stop here a little bit. Are there any questions anybody would like to ask? Or you can put them in the chat. Okay. Okay, so far so good then. Uh, so let's look at the process. So say you're interested in becoming EFI certified. Let's look at, I'm going to walk you in a general overview of how the process takes place. So first of all, you come to us and you say, you know what, I'm interested in EFI, I want to learn more, I want to understand more what is required. So EFI and grower come together and we start a communication and a relationship cultivation process and grower mapping. Grower mapping is like laying out your profile as a grower, how many workers you have, what commodity you produce, who are your customers, what are your compliance needs, what is the size of your operation, how do you produce year round or you're seasonal, do you have multiple locations, are you vertically integrated or you have clients need only for your fields, orchards, or specific areas, or only a pack house. So all that need and profile is done at this stage, at the initial stage. Once we understand what is the what the profile looks like, or what is the layout of your operation, then there's a customized design of how the leadership team training with and some overview of the compliance standards would look like. So that is designing that worker training that is required. Once the training is completed, an audit is conducted by a third party, EFI accredits and we have accreditation process for certification bodies to conduct EFI audits. The audit is conducted, any, let's say, non-conformances to the standards are raised. There is a corrective action process that takes place. Once that process is completed, certification is attained, and if applicable, you can label your product. So that is basically the certification process. I'm going to go in detail in two important areas that might be of interest to my audience that I have at the moment. And that is, okay, what is this training about? What is this EFI leadership team and EFI training, worker training? What is all of this about? So we are seeking to create, or approaches to create um, teams or leadership teams that work in labor management collaboration, to tackle and in a creative way resolve issues on the farm and pack house and help drive efficiency and improvements and continuous improvement at the at, at the farm level. This means that we want to train workforce and management or labor and management in skills such as collaborative engagement, conflict resolution, problem solving, um, communication, etc. So this collaboration can happen. And the continuous improvement is part of the how often we come together and assess what are the needs, how can we resolve them, and how effective are we in resolving those issues. Um, we have more information about the leadership team training in our website. We put it in the link in the chat. There's an extensive information about that process in the site. And then the leadership team training is once that is completed, we go into oh, sorry, before I move on to that, I want to share also that the training is adapted to the type of organization that you have, and it can be done in bilingual Spanish, English, and we take into consideration a wide range of cultural backgrounds, schooling, and literacy levels, skill sets, and life experiences. That's part of the designing process. And the purpose of that is to best adapt it to the needs and the and 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 what the farm is requiring. So here are some objectives of the leadership team training and objectives and content of the training. So first of all is to learn about the EFI program standards, uh, what is the purpose and the structure of a leadership team, what does it do, strengthen skills in communication and conflict resolution, and problem solving abilities, and then also how to share and teach coworkers about the EFI program and standards. So sometimes compliance initiatives are just understood or known by a few within the organization. In EFI, what we strive to do is that everybody gets to know about the benefits of the program, what is the program about, what does it do, what does it assess, the role that everybody has in the process of compliance. Everybody, workers, supervisors, managers, leadership level at the farm, everybody is involved in meeting compliance standards. There's everybody is just it's part of the ecosystem or the of the organization. So everybody is involved and it impacts everybody. So the training seeks to outline those relationships and that connectivity between a whole. So after the training, there's an audit. Oh, there's an audit. As I said, it's a third-party audit certification process. After the audit, there's the report sent. There's a corrective action process that takes 90 days. and then you become EFI certified. Just some quick benefits and advantages in becoming EFI certified. Um, you start to assess better your culture of food safety and continuous improvement. You become better prepared for evolving retail requirements. As you all know, retailers and or customers are constantly having or asking growers to comply with more compliance requirements, and this helps you be better prepared. And also you become an organization of choice while engaging employees at all level of work. We see the stability that EFI programs bring to workforces. EFI certified growers have seen a decrease in rotation in their workforce, so this brings advantages to the organization. And finally, the EFI website is a very, very good source of information and tools. You can explore the website, and if you're interested or have any additional questions, you can send us an email to any of these two email addresses, and we'll be happy to respond to your questions.